Have you ever felt like you had to justify the worst moments of your life to someone new? Or that your past defined your worth in relationships or even within yourself? Let me tell you something, it doesn't, and it shouldn't. No matter the kind of abuse that you've experienced, physical, emotional, psychological, it's not your fault. Today, I want to share how I came to that realization and why it's the most important step towards healing and reclaiming your life. Hi everyone, my name is Mike and welcome to my channel. Today's video is one of the most personal ones I've ever made because it's about something that took me years to fully understand. The truth that what happened to me as a child wasn't my fault. Abuse in any form can leave scars that run deep. But what makes it worse is the blame we carry. Blame that isn't ours to bear. In this video, I'll share my journey to breaking free from that toxic mindset. And I hope it helps you to start or continue your own path to healing. For years, I thought everything that happened to me was my fault. I didn't just believe it, I felt it. Deep in my core, abuse has this way of twisting reality, of making you feel like you're the problem. It whispers lies. Maybe I deserved it. Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe if I'd been smarter, quieter, or better, things would have been different. And those lies stick, sometimes for years. But here's the thing, those lies are not ours. They come from the people who hurt us, from a society that doesn't always understand, and sometimes even from well-meaning friends or partners who unintentionally make us feel like we need to explain or justify our pain. It's heartbreaking to see survivors carry this blame into new relationships, feeling like their past makes them unworthy of love or care. Let me be clear. It doesn't. Your experiences do not define your worth. For me, the moment I realized it wasn't my fault didn't happen overnight. It was a slow process, one that started with small cracks in the wall of shame that I had built around myself. I remember vividly a conversation with a close friend. I was opening up about something painful from my childhood, and I kept adding these little disclaimers. Maybe I overreacted. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I could have handled it differently. And my friend stopped me and said, "Why are you blaming yourself for something someone else did to you?" That question shook me. It made me pause and reflect. Why was I carrying the blame for someone else's actions? Why was I treating their behavior as my responsibility? That was the first time I started to see how deeply ingrained that blame was and how unfair it was. I've heard so many stories of people trying to navigate relationships after abuse. They feel like they have to warn their partners. I've been through this, so I might act like that. Or they worry their trauma makes them unworthy of love. It baffles me because it's not true. Abuse isn't a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of your abuser's choices. You deserve love, care, and kindness, just like anyone else. And your past doesn't need to be an apology or a disclaimer. The turning point for me came when I started to replace those lies with truths. The truth that I was just a child trying to survive. The truth that no one, absolutely no one, deserves to be hurt, manipulated, or made to feel less than. The truth that what happened to me didn't define me. It was something I experienced, but it wasn't me. One of the hardest lessons to learn was that forgiveness isn't about excusing what happened or even about the person who hurt you. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of their actions. For me, forgiveness didn't mean forgetting. It meant letting go of the blame I was carrying, blame that didn't belong to me in the first place. This realization changed everything. It gave me the courage to stop apologizing for my past and to start embracing my worth. It made me see that being a survivor isn't about what happened to you. It's about how you choose to rise above it. I know how hard it can be to shake off the belief that your trauma defines you. But let me tell you this, you are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not the actions of others. You are a person worthy of love, respect, and care, not because of what you've been through, but simply because you exist. It took me years to let go of the blame, and some days it still creeps back in. But every time it does, I remind myself it wasn't my fault. And it's not yours either. No matter what kind of abuse you've experienced, you didn't cause it. You didn't deserve it. And you don't have to carry it alone. If you're carrying blame or shame from your past, I want you to know you're not alone. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Or if you're not ready to share publicly, reach out privately. Your story matters, and so do you. And if you're looking for more inspiration, check out my video on breaking the cycle of abuse. Together, we can create a space where survivors feel seen, heard, and supported. Thank you for watching, and remember, it's not your fault, and it never was.